Is this thing on?
Is this thing on?
Fuck. I'm just waiting for it to come. Because it will.
It will. Good girl, Lola.
I have the hiccups. Oh. Fuck. But welcome to to another episode of the Two Girls, One Blunt podcast. I'm your co-host, Jamie Lee.
And I'm Emily. And on this episode, Jamie will die.
Fuck.
There was like an Arthur episode where DW had the hiccups and she couldn't stop hiccuping, and Arthur told her that she would die from the hiccups, I think.
You always tell me I'm going to die on every podcast episode.
I do.
You're
this has now become a trend.
Death. That's death.
Despair. Destruction.
Yeah. You're twitching one eye. Like you, I've had hiccups all night too.
You did. If you eat peanut butter, it gets rid of it. We don't have any peanut butter, though.
I'll eat Harley instead.
Harley?
I'm gonna eat you.
You don't want to be eaten?
Can I eat you to get rid of my hiccups?
Harley, please sacrifice yourself.
Okay. Well, I saw a TikTok, and it was saying that some people... fuck.
What is happening?
Guys, make sure you follow us on at Two Girls, One Blunt Pod on Instagram. We have a lot of you listening, and not a lot of you following us on Instagram. So it's at Two Girls, One Blunt Pod, and we love you. And also write us a 5-star written review. And if you write the review and then you DM us, I'll send you a picture of my titties.
I'll match that.
Will you?
Yeah.
Cool.
We'll send you pictures of our titties.
We're whoring ourselves out for reviews because that's what the critics say. We're just two whores who are vulgar and don't deserve a podcast. Okay. So I saw a TikTok.
Yeah.
How are you, Emily?
I'm doing great. We're about to go to Aspen.
Yeah, you're already getting cozy.
Oh, yeah. I'm like snuggled up under the blankets. It's cold in our apartment. We don't have AC, and now we have a lot of AC.
And now it's really cold, but I was cold and lonely last night, and the cats were with me.
Fuck. Okay, so the viral TikTok.
Okay.
The tiki-talkie.
The tiki-talkie. There was a person, and they were like, people can smell ants. Can you smell ants?
I cannot smell ants.
I can smell rain on the pavement.
I can smell rain.
But not ants.
Not ants.
But apparently, wow. I'm embarrassed.
Do we have to record another time?
No. You're going to get through this. My eyebrow always does that.
Jamie Lee!
Mickey, I was going to scare her.
Did it work?
We'll find out.
So apparently, like, some people can smell ants and some people can't smell ants. And honestly, I have the hiccups, but I wish I could smell ants. Like, I feel like that'd be a superpower. You'd be like, there's ants in the
They're
house.
coming.
No, imagine it when we had an ant infestation if we could smell them.
Oh, that'd be gross.
And it just smelled like garbage or something.
I went on Reddit, and this is like a thing. Other people were talking about it.
Smelling ants?
Smelling ants. Like going back to like 2015, there were threads. And people said that they either smelled lemony or like blue cheese and vinegar.
Ew.
Which none of those...
Lemon is
lemon's
good.
not bad.
Lemon smells like a clean scent.
And then somebody said that the smaller ants smell worse. And a couple of people like echoed that statement. So I was like, interesting.
Interesting.
Very.
Very interesting.
Ants are weird. They can carry so much shit.
How does, like, where does it start, though, someone being fucking hiccups. Someone being able to smell ants. Like, did we need that for some reason back in the day as cavemen? Fucking
I wonder
hiccups.
if it helped us, because ants, don't they eat like our food? So what if we knew the ants were coming and then we could hide our food so we had food?
Exactly. So maybe that's part of our DNA
DNA
sequences.
is so weird. There are some like
I'm smart. I studied biology.
I failed biology
I
twice.
failed chem.
Oh, I failed chem.
Oh no, I actually withdrew. I had a just big fat W on my college report card.
I think I withdrew too.
Yeah.
I was
That
like,
was-
this is not for me.
I literally was like, this isn't for me. And everyone's like, you're withdrawing from a class that's so bad. You're not going to get in vet school. And I was like, you can't tell me how to live my life.
Yeah.
And now I sell pictures of my butthole. Also, my boyfriend's mom, I kind of got mad at him the other day. This is so out of the blue, but he texted me while he was at his family's for Christmas, and they were like, he was like, my mom's listening to your podcast right now. I've met her once for like an hour,
yeah.
and I was just like, I literally talk about the worst shit on here, and this woman is gonna be so horrified. And she ended up just being like, those funny comedians. But
Right?
I thought it was the end of the world. So every time now that I like say things on here, I'm like, who's listening? Is Michelle Obama listening?
I want to
And
read
what
her
would
book.
she think of me?
What would Michelle Obama think of me?
I wish I didn't have the hiccups right now. Hold on, let me try to burp. Whoa, maybe that was it. Hold on one more time. I get into these burp fits. If someone has a fetish for that, like, I'm your girl.
Yeah.
Because I'll just burp for like 3 minutes. And it's like the most unattractive burps. And I'll just look at Mr. Robotongue and I'll be like, sorry. Okay.
I love burping.
Yeah. That was a side note. I couldn't believe someone's mom that I'm associated with listen to this.
I love that. I only want that support from now on. If you don't show your mom the podcast, it's not love.
Is it love?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I feel like that's hatred. You're trying to ruin this relationship.
No. But yeah, fucking genetic quirks, man. Like, cilantro tastes like soap to me.
That's so weird.
Some people, when they eat asparagus, they have asparagus pee. Some people don't have asparagus pee.
I have the worst asparagus pee.
My dad does, but I don't.
It's fucking horrendous. Asparagus
It's foul.
pee is foul.
It's vile. It's
Like,
putrid.
You don't smell asparagus when you pee after you eat it. Can you just not smell it, or like?
No, because I smell it when other people pee, but I don't have it. Like, I've asked my dad
Oh, so
after
you're-
I've eaten asparagus.
Wait, I'm gonna have to test this out. I'm
Okay.
gonna make us asparagus,
I love
and then,
asparagus.
and then I'm gonna
just
smell
gonna
your.
go in my bathroom.
I'm gonna smell your pee.
Picture this. You've been seeing a partner for a while.
Yeah.
It's your first time showering.
Uh-huh.
Not only are they a shower pisser, but they have asparagus pee. Now you're trapped in a hot shower.
A steam of
steam.
asparagus pee.
Oh, has that happened to you?
I was the peer.
Oh, of course you were. Of course you were.
course.
So now
I
we know that
completely-
Mickey pees in the shower.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
If you don't pee in the shower, where do you pee? How do you hold it? That's natural, you
Yeah.
know. But I forgot that I had eaten asparagus, and then it started to come out just because of a bodily reaction. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh my god. Okay, so picture this: a guy's going down on you, and you had asparagus that day, and he makes you
man.
squirt.
Oh.
Oh, no.
And you have asparagus squirt that's yellow-ish
Oh.
green. And that never happened to me, but I'm
But
just
picture it.
Picture it. I hope you guys are picturing it.
No, it did happen to me after eating buttered popcorn, like movie theater popcorn at the movies, and
Your
then
pee
someone
smelled
made
like
me
it?
squirt. No, someone made me squirt, and it was like popcorny.
You know what my ex used to always say? I don't know if I've said this before, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself. But my ex used to say that when I squirt, it smelled like Honey Nut Cheerios. And I don't know what that says about my dietary habits.
I
Now
love
that's what
Honey
I
Nut
call
Cheerios. I like Honey Nut Cheerios.
Did you say that's what I call a nut?
I feel like my vagina just always smells different.
It's a surprise every day. Open up my pants.
Well, the worst part is the sex I'm having now is rough that I bleed after, and so then it just
it like
smells
triggers a period. It's so annoying.
yeah, and it's like it's every time's the first time because it's long distance.
Yeah.
And then I just have like strong pussy odor. There's like pussy and then there's strong pussy.
Yeah.
It's the same smell, but it's a little like, and it's because it smells like coppery.
I was about to say when you're bleeding, you get like that iron taste and it tastes like copper.
And I'm literally like, ugh, sorry.
it's
It's not bad. It's just, you're like, that's pussy. You know what I mean? It's not like.
that's a real woman right there.
Yeah, one time I ate a girl out and that's how it was.
That's what it feels like to drive a Ford F-150.
And then she got her period in the morning and I was like, that makes sense. But I fucking took it like a champ. I was like, hell yeah.
Once you're down there, you just got to go for it.
Yeah.
Although I did once stop giving a guy head. I like went down and the smell of sweat and stale sweat was so in my face. I was like, I'm going to hurl on your dick. You need to shower immediately. Like, this is not okay. I cannot do this.
Mr. Robotongue, like, I'll be like, well, I was like, I'm going to give you head. He's like, you don't want to do that. I've been sweating and I've been sitting here. And he showers so much. And I'm literally like, I'm sure your balls don't smell that bad. I made him pull his pants down and let me smell his balls.
Was it bad?
No.
Okay.
He was like, I was like, I can tell that you've been sitting there. Like, I know your smell and I know, like, you know what I mean? But I was like, but that's natural. To me, I'm like, oh, pheromones.
No, there's nothing wrong with
there's
like
smelly balls though.
after a workout. Like, that can be fine.
Yeah.
But
because
you're like just like sitting in it for days and then you try to make someone give you head, that's foul.
Yeah.
That's
or like
not okay.
like I don't think I would want to suck someone off after a club night of dancing, and I'm just thinking about it and I'm like, how many times have I done that?
Also, don't guys like tuck their dick into the toilet while they shit? So like you're getting the backsplash all up on your dick.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I hold it when I go in public.
Your poop?
Like a precious. No. Like I hold my penis like a precious little royal baby. so it doesn't go.
That's so funny.
Or like rub up against like the porcelain or like the seat.
Oh my God.
Because that's how you get herpes.
Oh God! Imagine just having such a big dick that it takes a little bath. It just plops into the water.
Oh.
Does that happen?
I'm sure it has.
Wait.
I don't have the facilities.
Should I call?
Mr. Robotongue?
Yeah. I'm
To
not
ask
gonna
him
let
about
him.
his pooping habits?
No, I'm just gonna ask him about has his dick ever touched the water?
I mean, hopefully he's soft while he's pooping.
Okay.
Hey,
Hello.
I have an important question.
Okie dokie.
When you take a shit, does your dick ever hit the water of the toilet seat? Like, I mean, the water in the toilet bowl?
No, because I'm usually flaccid.
That's
Wait,
But have you ever been hard and then took a shit?
No, because if it's hard, it's standing up straight. It's not hanging down.
do you tuck your dick into the toilet bowl while you shit? Or do you hold it like a precious newborn baby between your legs?
You don't really hold your dick while you shit. It just
Miggy does.
In public. I don't want any contact with a public toilet, so I make sure it's firmly in my hands.
Firmly grasped.
Well, that's. I guess that's different. I can't really think of the last time I shit in public, but when I shit at the house, I kind of just pull my pants down and sit down.
And it just follows.
Yep, kind of just hangs there. It's kind of like if a dog's just standing there not moving, the tail just hangs.
That makes me uncomfortable.
Well, you just made your first debut on Two Girls, One Blunt. Thank you for your participation. Hope you have a good day.
Goodbye, you filthy stoner.
What was that?
I said no problem.
Such a polite man.
I know. All right. Talk to you later, babe.
Bye.
Bye.
That was Mr. Robotongue weighing in on the very serious question: does your dick hit the toilet seat?
Because I'm like, he has a big dick. Like, it definitely would hit the water.
He's definitely also experienced like when you flush the toilet and you feel the water that comes down from the sides. Like,
Does it like feel like a vacuum sucking your dick down?
no. Sometimes the no. Sometimes the water will like splash on the tip of your dick, or depending on the size of the toilet. Like oh
my God.
I've had the waterfall on the tip of my dick.
In 2022, ladies, we are not sucking dick unless that thing is fully washed. You go in the bathroom, you watch them like they're in prison and taking their clothes off, and then you say, "I want you to do like you would shampoo twice," and then you just fucking jerk off the soap. And you make sure they get in all the crevices.
Maybe get a little rag for some razzle dazzle.
Yeah, they fucking go in there with their balls and then make sure they go back to the taint area.
Oh, yeah. Maybe even get the butthole while you're at it.
And then finger their butthole.
We should be doing that for courtesy anyway, man. Let's do that in 2022.
Yes. Clean your dicks in 2022.
Clean your dicks.
Yes.
That's
if
my
you
new
got
motto.
a dirty dick, my mom used to call it a dirty dinky, and no one wants a dirty dinky in 2022.
You don't want to be a stinky dinky. No.
Yeah, a stinky dinky. That's what it was. A stinky dinky. If you got stinky dinky,
Get the fuck out of town.
but listen, I feel like girls are allowed to say that, and guys are not allowed to say that.
Yeah,
about
because girls,
women's
I feel like,
pussies.
always go into the bathroom right beforehand and like use a little hand soap or something, like freshen up.
Yeah, because I think guys assume though when women's pussy doesn't smell, like I guess like say nice, right? That it's dirty, and it's really not. It literally has to do with pH level, like a pH in water, acidic versus basic.
Like if you nut in a girl, her pussy's gonna smell a little weird after.
Yeah, because the pH is off, and so
Yep.
you're fucking up her pH, and now she doesn't smell good, and you're putting it on her.
So now you're mad at her?
Yeah, or like period blood, or different like things that you drink and eat, and like you could be 100% clean, healthy. She could be washed perfectly.
Dried.
The difference is if a guy's dick stinks and his balls stink, it's because he's dirty. It's not because of
Dirty.
like natural things. It's because he's fucking dirty. So you're
I'll
not
never
allowed to comment on a woman's vagina, but we're allowed to comment on your dicks.
I'll never forget Smegma dick as long as I live.
Were you the one with smegma dick or Tyler?
I don't have. Oh yeah, I was with him.
You were with the guy that you pulled his
Foreskin
down?
and then I was like, "You're going to shower. You're done. You're done. You're done."
smegma.
Parmesan cheese on his penis.
Stop.
Except
You know when I start gagging, I can't stop, Emily. Hold on. All right. Okay.
moving on to the next subject.
The beach, puppies, cats, burgers, smegma. That's so. Remember that awful TikTok I made us watch for like 10 minutes?
Oh my god!
Oh, I'm gonna cry. I'm crying.
All right, so moving right along.
I'm unwell.
Do you feel like totally changing the subject from dick cheese? Do you feel like celibacy is becoming more mainstream now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it has to do with spirituality becoming more mainstream.
I agree. People are way more concerned and aware of like themselves in the universe and how they want to be and how they want to interpret energy and put it out into the world.
And I think also celibacy back in the day, like a lot, like being abstinent used to be for like religious reasons, like waiting until marriage because that's what's between a man and a woman, and it's like you should be pure and religion and all this shit. Whereas now I feel like people are being celibate because they need to heal.
Yeah,
Like,
and they're
it's-
recognizing that.
And they can't do that by sleeping with other people.
And this isn't pressure that's being put on them. This is pressure they're putting on themselves to be
make
a better
decision.
person and to spend time with themselves.
Yeah. Now I literally look at people who have issues and I'm literally like, this would all be fixed if you for at least 6 months were celibate. You don't even realize how
I
much your
know.
life would change if you just stopped and stop dating and talking to the opposite sex in any way. And even if somebody hits on you and you like the attention, you have to be so committed with yourself to be like, no, I'm not taking this attention. I'll take it in 6 months. And if that person doesn't want to wait, then they're not worth your attention in the first place.
Exactly.
It helps you figure out who's for you and who's not.
Who you want to be.
Yes.
Where you want to be.
Where you need to heal even more because you're like, wait.
Because you're alone and you're feeling everything.
And when you're denying people's advances and you're not sleeping around, you're not going to the club looking for someone to date, but you're going to the club to have a good time and dance, you like approach it differently. Mm-hmm. And then you start to pick up on situations and you're like, oh, old me would have reacted in this way. And like, I would have been all over that guy who's actually a piece of shit now that I just took a step back and observed because I'm not trying to fuck.
Yeah. And I think a lot of the times, like, I feel like there's always that one girl who breaks the guy's heart. And then he's like, I'm done. And then he like sleeps around or like does whatever. And girls do this too. So it's not just guys. But I feel like now
guys get so butthurt after a breakup.
They do. They really do.
For years. They hold that for the rest of their lives. And they're like, I could never be in a committed relationship because when I was 14, Susie kissed another boy when we were dating for a week. And I'll never believe in love again.
Love isn't real. But now guys like want to heal their shit too, which is awesome that men are opening up about mental health and what affects them. And they're like, maybe I do need to take a step back and look at myself. Because even if you're not the toxic one, what energy are you attracting into your life and why are you attracting that energy?
Yeah.
What is it about that attracts you to that person that maybe is not allowing you to move on in your life and grow and find somebody who will treat you the way you want to be treated?
Yeah. I always heard of like celibacy mostly with like women who are more on the innocent side. Like you would expect them to be celibate, but like coming from a former hoe who decided to go celibate, it was life-changing. And then now, once we started talking about it on the podcast, I realized that there's so many guys who have come out to us saying like, thank you for talking about celibacy, like, and making it normal. And I've been wanting to do that. So like, I'm seeing on TikTok and in conversations that I'm having and in my DMs and on the podcast and everything about a lot more men being like, I should stop sleeping around. Like, why am I just having this mindless like sex that I am not into this person? It's not making me feel good.
No.
And I think all of that ties into it being more appropriate and like socially acceptable to work on your mental health,
which is
awesome for men and women.
Awesome. No, I feel like I totally agree with you. The argument I get a lot when I'm talking about this to people is like, they're like, well, I'm not dating anyone right now. I'm just having sex. Like it's not really a thing. Like I just need sex because I have urges and needs or whatever. Like that's like a big argument. And I'm like, but what you're not seeing or recognizing is how much that sex will affect you.
No, what they're not recognizing is the reason they have those urges and they just need to have sex and they can't give up sex is literally because of their own trauma. Yes. Whether they need to feel validated, like they get validation through sex or feeling that feeling of love. It's like a sense of closeness without the intimacy. Like all of the reason that you need sex is literally because you have trauma. Because you are not healed. And if that triggers you, it means you're not healed. If that angers you and you're like, nope, I'm telling you,
I can just have sex without it meaning anything or it just being more than sex.
Because when I was hurt and after I was sexually assaulted and after I was going through so much stuff and I finally broke up with my high school sweetheart after dating him for 8 years, I just like, and I lost all this weight. So it was the first time I was seen by guys at college, like all this stuff. I just started sleeping fucking with everyone.
Which we are fully supportive of hoe phases.
Which is, hoe phases, I think it's good and I'm glad I did it. But I guess validated my actions because I was like, I feel empowered. I'm taking back my body and my choice and I'm confident for the first time and I want to like explore things that I wasn't confident in doing.
That's awesome.
Before, which is great. But I didn't see and I denied any part of it being with me not being healed. Like I did, now looking back and after I stopped having sex, I looked back at myself and my old choices and I was like, oh shit, you were really just hurt. Mm-hmm. You really just wanted, at the end of the day, to feel wanted. And I like made it all about being empowered and confidence and all of this stuff, which that side was true, but the other was also true. Because now
Yeah.
that when I stopped having sex and I started gaining self-love and inner confidence and being alone in my space, the celibacy was almost like an afterthought because I had so much self-respect and like so much love for myself. I was like, I don't want to accept anything that's like low vibrational or people who don't really care about me. And so it became really easy to weed people out and not have sex. Not that having sex means you don't respect yourself, but there's certain situations where I know, like, I love a lot of my girlfriends and they fuck dudes who literally are pieces of shit and treat them like shit. And what that tells those dudes is that they don't respect themselves.
Yeah.
It's not that they don't, like, you know what I mean? Like, their actions are saying that to the guy. So guess what the guys keep doing? They keep being shitty.
Mm-hmm. And same goes with girls. You can just fuck a girl and she's just fucking using you for whatever.
Yeah.
Guys can do that too. And it feels like shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when you, like, pick somebody who actually has good intentions and good energy, I think that is ultimately just like the best feeling. Like, I don't know. I've been talking to, there's certain people in my life right now, and I just really think they should be celibate. And I don't think they realize how much it will help them. And watching them make decisions with like who they sleep with and like things like that, I'm kind of like, and not judgmental because I love them and I don't like care, but I care in the sense of I just know they're like giving away their power and their energy and they'd feel much happier and learn a lot and be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they don't realize that like their weekend lives are affecting their regular life of like what they want to accomplish. Like, it all ties in. It's not separate. It's not like you go to work 9 to 5 and you fuck people on the weekend and those don't coincide. Like, they do.
Yeah, you're still the same meat sack the whole time. You bring everything with you.
I went to school with a guy named Meat Zach.
Oh, that's cute. All right, I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so inevitably with any like movement about growing and healing yourself, there's going to be people who co-opt it and sort of turn it almost into like a bad thing. So what I feel like is going to happen is guys are going to see celibacy, and this has happened to me, as a challenge, and they're going to see that person who's being celibate. I guess girls could do it too. They're going to be like, oh, well, I'm
get them
different. I can get them to break. And it's like, well, you're already bringing in that energy that someone who's working on themselves and is really trying to heal those things, they're going to see that and be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're making this a competition for my body.
I think I felt that because when I chose to have sex this summer after like waiting that long, I felt like it was because that person had good intentions and liked me and wanted something, because I set the expectation of like, I'm not doing this unless the goal is to get to know each other and have that. But also I'm like moving, so I don't expect it, but like, I don't know. And then when I was about to move and they were like, oh, I don't think I can, you know what I mean? Pulling back.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it was just like for your ego. Like, it was just for you to win me with no regard to me and why I made this stance and why I chose to sleep with you.
Which is also like a disrespect on another level.
Yeah. And so that's how I felt. And then now we're dating, so.
Turns out he had good intentions. We all sometimes just struggle with, distance in itself is hard. Like, so the thoughts of that. Yeah. There's doubt creeping in, it's hard.
I think when things start to get serious too with someone, all of the doubts start to come in.
Oh, yeah.
And then it's like whether or not you can choose two paths. You can choose to go down fear and like wonder what if or what could happen in a negative way. Or you could be like, well, what if it worked out? What if none of these issues or problems and I have a great relationship? And so I just choose to always like focus on the positive. Because I have so much negative in my past. If I focus on the negative, like, holy fuck. Everything would go wrong. Me walking down the street would go wrong. I'd walk down the street and then get ran over and then splashed and then my leg would break, like, at the same time. And then I would get a call that, like, somehow I'm being sued by the IRS. Like,
literally. Like, it just keeps going.
But I think you're right. I think it could totally be weaponized. I think also guys could, and women, I guess, people could lie and be like, oh, I'm celibate, and then tell you that so you think that they're not sleeping around, and then that person's really just a giant hoe.
I know. I could totally see some people doing that.
Yeah.
So it's hard. You have to really like look at people's actions.
Absolutely.
Not what they're saying. Although sometimes what they're saying you have to take at face value. Like I feel like if guys are like, I'm an asshole, you should listen to them.
Yes.
If they say that, they are an asshole.
Yes.
Believe them.
Believe them. I think that's the thing too, is as I started healing, I started realizing so many things in normal situations, people's reactions, what they would say, how they would say it, things that I thought were normal. I'm now realizing as like a more healed person how like that is a representation of them being unhealed too.
Yeah.
And so like when you choose to be celibate, I think the importance is like you are now making those like recognitions in your head of when you would normally have sex or when you would normally flirt with somebody at a bar or like you would like them hitting on you, right? Mm-hmm. And you would go with it and I'm not just going to talk to this person and see where it goes. I had to actively shut that part of me off and be like, no, I'm not going to talk to them. I'm going to let them know I'm celibate and I'm not looking to date anyone. I'm not interested. If you want to be friends, cool. And if they disrespected that, just stop talking to them altogether. And as I started doing that, I started seeing how guys would try to manipulate their way in. You know, like I started seeing how other people would manipulate other people because I just became the observer in all situations. And then I was healing things in me that I didn't even realize were issues. Mm-hmm. So then when I heal it in me, now I'm seeing that specific aspect in other people. And it's crazy. So I think there's so many people who don't even realize what's happening. And I think that's what celibacy can teach you is literally just an awareness, a self-awareness.
Oh, yeah.
And a situational awareness. And even if it's just for like 6 months, you don't have to fucking do it forever. Like we all like sex. I'm getting my fucking pussy pounded out now. All right. And it's great. But I'm so happy I did that.
Yeah.
I needed that. And I just like want that for my friends. I'm like,
it's so easy
months.
to get caught up in the lust and then forget everything else.
Oh my God. I used to get caught in the lust. You could tell me anything. You could be like, I could just met you and you'd be like, you're beautiful. I've never met anyone like you, and I want to have your babies. And I literally be like, we're going to have babies and get married. Oh, my God. And I'm literally like, now if someone said that to me, I'm like, ooh,
that's
bad
a red flag.
Luck. Like,
I'm literally like turned
I'm like,
off.
Ew, you tell people that? Like, fuck.
Yeah, it's gross. Or when people come on too strong, I'm like, yeah. What are you doing?
It's like I used to love feelings, right? And now when I had celibacy, now I'm like almost more in protection of mine.
Yeah, like I'm kind of like
afraid
detached.
to say like deeper emotions, you know, because then it's like,
well, you've been sort of closed off, so it is hard to like open back up once you are ready. I can see that.
No one wants to get hurt.
Yeah.
So even though I was celibate, it didn't fucking heal all of that, you know.
No, it's not a be all and end all. It will not cure all of your trauma. I hate to say it, but it will help. Might help you start your journey.
It definitely helps. All right. I know. I feel like I need another coffee.
I know. I feel like I need a...
And I'm going to have to do like other work after this. And
shot
so
of epinephrine.
This is a lot of... Okay. But with celibacy and with spirituality and all these things that are kind of like on the forefront of social media and topics right now.
Yeah.
I think it's because we're all healing. We had COVID. It just changed the game for all that, which I'm very excited about. But I think what some people may get caught up with, and I see a lot on TikTok, is toxic positivity.
Oh my God.
Like there's this newfound like thing where everyone's like, life has to be perfect. And you specifically see this in the MLM community.
Oh my God. The MLM community and their toxic positivity is too much for me.
For anyone who doesn't know what MLM means, it's multi-level marketing. So think of doTERRA, Avon, Mary Kay, right? All of those.
Vector.
Isogenics. This is coming from a former network marketer. I love network marketing, actually, like in general, But I think that there's an issue with it, and the issue is toxic positivity, and that's why I had to quit, because it was just like, with Isogenics, it's all of these like women who post like how perfect their life is, and they've lost so much weight, and their boyfriend is amazing, and all this stuff. And meanwhile, their boyfriend is literally like struggling with like, I don't know, shit, blackmailing their family. like their life is falling apart, but on social media everything's perfect and every caption is perfect, and it's like, that's not reality.
No.
And I used to I met somebody in network marketing, and she had infectious energy. It was like she walked into a room and was a ball of sunshine, and I just watched how everyone gravitated towards her, and she could make anyone feel good, from her nail salon like lady to like anyone.
And that's a good trait to have.
And I loved that. And
That's
she
a good
taught
trait.
me how to think positively for the first time in my life,
which is super important.
which was life-changing for me.
super important.
But I also like a lot of my humor came from darkness, embracing the darkness, you know? And with network marketing and the whole group, it was like, I felt like I wasn't allowed to have that darkness. I wasn't allowed to like be upset or have anxiety. It was like, no, like promote like the good things happening. And it was just this toxic environment that I felt like I couldn't even feel.
With everything in life, there's balance. You have to have your yin and your yang.
Yeah.
For like everything. So you can't always be happy, because if you're only feeling the happy things, you're just bottling up the negative shit. And when a bottle is put under pressure, it's going to fucking explode. So sooner or later, it's all going to come out. So either it's a torrential outpour that could potentially destroy relationships,
your family,
jobs,
life,
social standing. But what was I saying?
A bottle bursts under pressure.
Yeah, like it either comes out fucking crazy, or that's it. There's no other option. So you could fucking let it out slowly and steadily and not destroy yourself, and allow yourself to feel those things, and you can still be positive throughout it.
Yeah. I was just so sick of like network marketing people telling me that's a story you're telling yourself, or like think of the positives in this situation, like be grateful, blah, blah, blah. And I'm somebody who practices gratitude daily and tries to think positively, but there's a chance where sometimes you have to be like, you know what? This situation fucking sucks. Like, this isn't good. Now let me feel that, and now let me change the situation. But it doesn't, like, you can't pretend the situation doesn't suck and hide it.
Yeah. I feel like when positivity started becoming like a movement and people started learning about it, like when you were talking to your friends, like there were always those people who were like, oh, well, it's not so bad. Like things are going to go great for you. Like all of this positivity, but like listening 101 is empathizing with the person. Yeah, that does suck right now. You are allowed to feel that. There will be things that will get better. So it will be okay. Right now it's not. And that's also okay.
I think too, though, it's like, because I do definitely have like a more positive outlook on life now than I did before. Like I was always in the negative. And like the person we were talking earlier about, somebody who's like constantly negative and like a victim in that situation.
Yeah.
Right? Like I was always a victim. And so anytime somebody was like, hey, look at how this situation could turn positive, I was immediately brushing them off. Like, you don't fucking know. You don't understand my situation. You haven't been through what I've been through. You're not experiencing homelessness right now and not being able to eat. Like, you don't fucking get it. There's no like light at the end of the tunnel. So I was so cut off to positivity and thinking in a different way that I wasn't even able to like get my head out of my own ass.
Yeah.
You know? So there's a balance where it's like sometimes people like that stuff's all true. Like those situations, when I started thinking positively, my life changed. Like that was good, but it's like, where is the level of like when it becomes toxic? Like it's too much positivity and you should ignore what that person's saying versus when you should listen.
I was watching a Grey's Anatomy episode where these two girls met in the burn unit and they became best friends. They both had like horrific burns from being in car accidents. And one of the girls started just being like very toxic positivity. She's like, no matter what happens, it's fine. We're alive. That's all that matters. And she was super positive. And one of the girls ended up having like 3 of her fingers cut off. And she started yelling. She was like, you know what? Not everything is okay. Like, I am not okay right now. I'm losing my fucking fingers. And you're like, well, at least you're alive. Well, I don't want to be alive right now. Like, I feel like that's where it hits that level where you're constantly just telling that person, no matter what they're going through, that you're invalidating them.
Yes.
That their feelings don't matter.
Yeah.
And that's where it hits the level of toxicity.
That's what I was struggling with. I was like, I felt like I couldn't be heard. I was like, I don't want all of my social media to be like, life is great and let's lose weight. I want it to be like, my life is falling apart right now. But you know what makes it a little bit easier? The fact that I don't have to fucking cook and I can eat this shake that gives me everything that I fucking need. Because otherwise I was going to Dunkies 6 times a day and having fucking snack wraps at McDonald's.
Oh, I love
I miss
those chicken Caesar ones.
Oh,
So good.
the ranch ones too.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh god, those snack wraps are great.
Why did they get rid of them?
But you know what I'm saying? Like, there was just so many. I don't know. I forget what I'm saying. I said, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't.
Do I know what I'm saying?
So it's like to have ADHD brains and fucking be high while we're talking. But it is a denial of reality. I think it's an invalidation of people's feelings. So like I think there's a way to like be positive and show a good outlook without just invalidating those around you.
Yeah, I agree. My motto has always been, it gets better. And I feel like that's just like, it acknowledges that things are not okay now, but that things will be. You know?
Yeah.
Like Jamie's hiccups.
They got better.
Where'd they go?
Is it after you scared her?
I don't know, but they're gone now.
Yay!
Things
See?
get better.
It gets better.
Yeah, see, it gets better.
We started off the episode rough. We're ending.
Maybe I just had to forget about them. Maybe my brain just had to be like disassociate and, you know?
And now here we are.
Yeah.
How long have we been recording?
41.
41?
Okay.
Okay. What's next? My laptop just died.
I don't know what this topic is.
This?
This one.
Oh, that was just filler. We don't have to do that. Okay. We could do this. And then this.
Okay.
Because I feel like this episode flowed very well. We might not have to cut much. And if we're already like 40 minutes in, this will be probably 20.
Yeah. Okay. So, you know, we're stoners.
Duh.
And I feel like, and the title is Two Girls, One Blunt. I guess we are on year 2. So, we're switching to glass.
I saw the dopest glass from Get Chilled. Mm-hmm. Do I have something on my lip?
No, I'm scratching mine. It was itchy, and this feels oddly really good. I'm also just high, so I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
But I saw this like dope jellyfish like glass on somebody's story, and I want to get into like glass blowing would be fun, like learning how to make our own bongs and stuff. That would be so cool.
Oh, wait. If you're watching, what I just did is when you light a bowl, if you cup your hand and you just like hit it on it, it will get all of the stuff out.
Works like a charm.
Wow, I've been like, how do I get this out? I've been using other things to scoop, and I just did that like in like muscle memory from back when I used to smoke bowls. Because now I'm starting to smoke bowls again because I just feel like I get more high. So we're gonna pack this, but I'm gonna light the last little section that's in there.
But we were sent a care package by Haze Radio, and we got something that we'd never tried before. And we texted Tyrese, who is our fantastic friend over at Haze Radio with his podcast. And he was like, girls, that here. He's like, ladies, that's freaking hash. And he was like, just put it in a bowl and you'll get super high. You're going to love it. So we kind of wanted to try it out on air, so to speak.
Wait, do we have hash?
Yeah.
Is that what we're gonna smoke?
Yeah.
Oh, I just packed a bowl.
Sprinkle some on top.
Bucket. Wash that bowl down with some hash.
We have those like one-hitter things too. What are these?
I was looking at that. They sent you like disposable glass blunts.
It's a disposable glass like blunt one-hitter. They're called Zodiac VIP Party. Maybe it's just from a party and they were like,
Oh, that's fun.
but they're pre-packs. It's an American Chillum.
I love that.
So you literally if you're listening, I guess I'll just describe it. So it's glass. It's like 4 inches. The top has weed in it, but it's plugged with like a cork, and then there's like a little hole at the bottom, like a chillum, I guess, that you would smoke, and then you just light it.
You can
And
point
that must be a smooth ass hit.
And then, wait, what if we put this on top
Of this?
the weed? Because we have this shit. That looks kind of like moon rocks. Moon rocks are like
I thought it was
nugs-
moon rocks.
nugs dipped in oil and then covered in keef, and that's kind of what it looks like. Like it looks.
But they're just really
Keefy.
small.
But we're gonna put some in the chillums and then
and smoke
get
these.
fucked up.
Hold that up to the camera too.
Dude, I would have never have smoked this shit. Like when I first started, I was like taking one bowl hit and being like, wow, I'm so high.
What was the first time you guys were like, damn, I'm high?
When I thought I saw a demon child and it climbed on my back and choked me
Off of weed?
off of weed.
Oh, shit.
And I literally deadass think that's what unlocked my like spiritual abilities, like my psychic abilities and like seeing ghosts and shit. Because I had multiple people confirm kind of what I was experiencing. And the same, like, yeah, I think we talked about this on another episode. Where like the guy came into my dorm and he's like, who used to see ghosts, and I never told him what happened, and he basically was like, there's a bad spirit here and it doesn't want me to be here and I have to leave. And then my roommates were like, what the fuck? And then they started hearing the same shit that I was hearing, but I was actually seeing it and like getting the worst of it. And it happened when I like first got really high in a dorm room. And I was like, all of a sudden a kid appeared in front of me. And it was like a bald, it looked like the Avatar, it looked like Aang, but like with a big head, naked, with like a little like loincloth. Oh shit, some just fell out.
Son of a bitch.
With like a loincloth. And then it looked angry, and then it ran over to me and it jumped on my back and started choking me, and I literally felt like I was physically being choked out.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's terrifying.
So.
All right.
Oh, are we each smoking one?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. Hold on. Can I like put... I wish I had
Cheers.
cleavage to put the mic in. Hold on, actually. Hold
Okay.
on. We got this. Here we go. Emily, put it in your cleave.
Oh, wow. That first hit, holy moly.
Put it in your cleave.
Wow. Wow, it's so smooth. And you don't like glass?
I like this.
I want to keep this
Me too. I like this.
and just repack it.
We should. Oh, I really like this.
Emily, tell us about your first
Wow.
time being high.
Me and my friends used to go out in the parking lot in front of our dorm in one of our cars, but specifically my friend Kayla's car. Her name was Ange, not Kayla. Kayla's name was Kayla. The car's name is Ange. And we would go out in Ange and we would open the moonroof and get high off of like 2 bowls. There were 3 of us, and we would get stoned and we would just stare up at the moon and tell each other ghost stories.
I love that.
And like that's all we would do for hours. Like picture a snowstorm. We're snowed in her car. All of the windows are covered with snow, and we're just cozy. It was so nice. I miss my friends.
I love that.
That's sweet.
We would just get high in like the dorm room. I didn't really start smoking. I smoked a little in college. I smoke a lot now.
Do you now?
I feel like
I really like this.
this is amazing.
Who is this?
I think this is just the name of a party, but it says Zodiac.
Yeah. Who's the
MJ Biz
you think-
2021
oh, no.
Sensei presents Fair Child
Damn.
events.
We're gonna have to figure out who makes these because these are dope. If we can
It's
figure
an
it
event,
out.
it's an event place, which means they bought this as merch, which means we can get
could
these
buy this as merch.
and put a sticker on it that says 2 girls, 1 blunt with a fucking QR code. That's
it looks
all
like a
this,
blunt.
This is all that they did. They took a sticker and then wrapped it like a square sticker.
Yeah, they didn't even wrap it that well.
We should wrap it with our sticker right after this
We absolutely should.
and rock them.
Oh, for sure. These are so nice. Whoever makes these, we love you.
Yeah. Do you got this booby like thing? Oh yeah. We're preparing for Stony Baloney.
I feel like this is Stony Baloney.
Should we just start Stony Baloney?
Let's get into it. Okay, the review is out for the hash. You get baked.
Ow! Do you burn yourself?
Yeah. I got too much into it, yeah.
Anyone who's watching, this will make no sense to anyone.
Oh, sorry. We were doing our thing.
All right, we're gonna play things. So, you can Google them.
This is a game called Things.
Things.
So,
Do you know how to explain it?
yeah, I think so. Let me know if I fuck it up. The name of the game, I am going to tell the girls things they don't want to hear in certain situations. So, as an example, I would say things you don't want to hear while you're on the toilet.
There's a fire.
Fuck, there's a snake.
Fair enough. I would not like to hear any of those things.
It doesn't. I think it could be more than just what you don't want to hear. It could literally be like things not to say, things.
Okay.
It could be anything.
Okay.
It just has to start with things.
So I'm going to tell them things to do thing. And here we go. Something I wouldn't want to hear when I lost my child at a Toys R Us.
He's dead.
Epstein, is that you?
Things to do when you find out your partner is gay after 7 years.
Peg him.
I was thinking something like that too. Stick a finger up the butt.
Stick a finger. Wait, I think we have to be closer to the mics.
Yeah, I'm
Should
kind
we
of far
sit like
away.
this? Hold on, I had to take it out of.
Ow,
I have
Yeah,
to take it
that's
out of my
flattering.
cleavage.
my hips are sore.
I am too. We've been sitting here for a while.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you have a list of them set up already?
Um,
I don't know if there was like a specific thing you were looking at, but I could go off my head all day.
I think there's some in the. Hold on. Things.
Is it in
you
the
should-
email?
Things you should never do at a school. Things to say during a breakup. Things stoners say. And then. Things you shouldn't say to a child. Things you shouldn't say in a job interview. Things you don't want in your poop. Things
Okay.
you should say to keep your relationship.
Things you shouldn't say.
And then I think you can Google the game of things.
Yeah. I just
It used to be on that show, that comedy thing where they would go up and they would do this. Whose line is it anyway?
Yeah. I love that one.
Oh,
I love
yes.
them.
They would do stuff like that. Okay, I got a few. Sorry about that. The ones you sent to me, and I'm just going to make some up based off of them.
Okay. And we're back. And I'm high.
This is good.
Okay.
How do I get it out though?
Things people say when they're high.
You sound like you're speaking like Russian or something. I don't know.
Sounds
Russian.
Hawaiian to me.
It sounds like Simlish.
Similish.
It's bloop
Oh,
blop.
yeah.
Like Sims?
Yeah.
Got bada doo da,
This is-
bam bam bow.
Yo, I think it's the hash.
Yeah. It was good.
I'm just in a silly, goofy mood. I'm crying
Just in a
now.
silly, goofy mood.
I'm crying now.
I always thought hash was a myth. I thought it was just fake weed. Oh, don't cry. I was just kidding. I'm sorry. Back to the things people do when they're sad. She's
Cry.
winning. She's winning again.
It's okay. It's okay. It's Okay.
I'm okay.
Your feelings are valid.
I'm gonna take another hit.
And we don't have to motherfucking get into it yet.
Get into it, yeah. Okay. I have another thing for you. Going back to our first times getting high. Things people do when they're high, but they're not a regular smoker.
Sit still in silence while the world spins around you.
Think everyone's out to kill them.
Yeah. Things not to say in an obituary.
Yeah, she fucked my ass real good. Actually, I feel like I would like that in my
Who is this
obituary.
again?
What not to say in an obituary?
Yeah, I said, who is this again?
Oh,
Like,
There's no way anybody would say that.
who was this bitch?
yeah.
Things people masturbate to when no one's looking.
Their
Children.
moms.
Both very good.
We can keep that one in.
Yeah.
That will be a great clip. Just that.
Yep.
Moms and children.
Moms and children, yeah. The two top things that shouldn't turn you on if they're your own. Or children at all. I mean, let's cut that out.
We're definitely keeping that in.
Okay. Things you should say to lose your relationship.
Yeah, I
I
fucked
fucked your brother.
Yeah. I always think about that. Would I be mad if my brother fucked? Actually, yeah, I would be. Sorry.
It's like, actually, I'm heated right now thinking about it.
Things you should say to keep your relationship.
Yeah, I'll fuck your dad.
Thank God.
You can fuck whoever you want.
You get a hall pass.
Things you shouldn't say in bed.
Oh my God, it's so little. I wouldn't like to hear that in bed.
Yeah.
Like as they're staring at you.
I just sharted.
And it was a wet one.
I'm about to nut.
Wait, on. I have HPV.
Actually, I'm shedding. Sorry. Things you shouldn't say to a child.
Oh man, there's so many.
You were adopted.
I was thinking that, but then my sister told me that my whole life. So like,
Things you shouldn't say to a child. My brain is suddenly blanking. I'm trying, I'm getting overwhelmed with everything my mother
there's
said
so
to
many
me.
possibilities.
That's so
I think we both lose that round.
Wait,
Yeah.
oh no,
Yeah,
hold
I'm
on.
sorry.
Let's redo that just for a clip, and I'll make that, we'll like laugh. Like I'll say, I'm being overwhelmed by everything my mother's ever said to me. Like things you shouldn't say to a child. And then you say like, yeah, whatever you said.
I don't know what I said.
Even
right.
we'll do it again, but I think even the first time I could like cut it up.
You think it's fine?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'm just high.
It's all good. It's all
Just a little bit high.
maybe I'm just high.
I want to
after
get
smoking.
higher.
Yeah. Ooh.
Sometimes I feel like I just make weird faces and I'm like, and then I come back and my
you're,
high
like, totally normal.
My high self is literally like, you just look like a fucking weirdo, you fucking idiot. That's on camera. No, because like you did the "Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader" video that's on our Instagram, so you should follow us on Instagram to see what I'm talking about. And for the first, I think, 10 seconds of the video, I'm like this. And it's like Emily's fully moving, and it's like I was pressed on pause. It looks like I was a robot that just like paused, and I'm like,
She was glitching.
You were
it
thinking.
was literally like I glitched.
You were thinking.
And I was like, what am I doing? And then I was like, and then so like sometimes I make movements, and then do you ever make movements and then you think to yourself like, what the fuck was that? That was stupid.
Yeah, all the time.
That was so weird.
I did something with my lip in the last clip, and I was like, Why did I do that?
But you know what
I did my lip. How did I move it that way?
I guess after, yeah. I think I'm on a reality TV show. Like, that's what happens. I'm like, the cameras are on you. And right now they are on me. So,
Hi.
So I think about, like, if I was on a reality TV show, what do I do when I'm just sitting there at my house? I'm literally like this on the couch. And I would never do that on reality TV. I would literally be like, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? So,
Just
sorry,
casually chic.
I just had that moment and I like got mad at myself and I was like, what'd you just do?
See, that's what happens behind the scenes.
What?
We freak out about like stuff that we're putting out. Like it's a high pressure on us, you know?
The anxiety. These little hash pieces.
It just sounded like my mouth queefed because what's a mouth queef? A burp?
No, I think it's a mouth queef.
A moif.
Yeah, a morph.
What has this stony baloney been?
I felt
it was good,
a
'cause-
queef.
The question was, what do high people say? So this is what they say.
We could like,
And
that was two girls, one blunt.
I just said we had one more. I want to keep playing.
Okay. And then I've been holding on to this one for a while.
Okay.
I actually haven't.
He's still holding.
Things you don't want in your poop shoot.
What's a poop shoot? Like my butt?
Yeah.
A hamster.
We all know there's... Okay.
I would not want a hamster in my poop shoot.
But there's a myth around it. Do you believe it? That people actually have put hamsters in their butt before? You think that's a
They
thing of
put
pleasure?
hamster. I would not put it past people. People have dogs lick their butts and fuck their dogs. I don't know. People are weird.
No, their hamster thing's real. There's so many people who are nurses who said that they there were gerbils up their ass. One time I heard a story of this person who it was like a Tinder date and they went back to their apartment and there was just pictures of his gerbil everywhere. Like the whole house was covered in pictures of his gerbil, like shrining to his gerbil. And then he put the gerbil up his butt while they were fucking and it was,
How do you get it out?
something like that. Dude, I don't know. It crawls out. How does it get in there? How does it stretch out?
That's my worst
How does it
nightmare.
not suffocate?
That is my worst nightmare.
The gerbil going in, how does it not suffocate? Or does the gerbil suffocate and then you fish it out by the tail?
Oh, man. I don't know.
Oh, no.
I heard on a TV show they put the gerbil in a condom and then just like tie a knot at the end of the condom and pull it out.
Stop.
Yeah. But when I tried it, I killed the gerbil.
Doesn't the sphincter squish the hamster?
Do you hear him? He said when I tried it, I killed the gerbil.
You killed the gerbil?
It was way too tight. What can I say?
He tried to sneak that in.
Mickey's got a tight little booty hole.
Oh, I
said,
feel
"Ooh,
like
you
he
like
has
that?"
a loose one.
I've taken a dirty amount of shits before.
Mickey, you hoe.
I remember one time I was pooping. I was like, damn, no. The opposite, actually. I was taking a shit. I was like, I could definitely take a dick in the ass after this.
Yeah. Have you know when you shit a log
And
and,
this
you
is
just
why they say it's a spectrum.
when you
Yep. And I'm on the autistic spectrum.
Okay, you know when you poop like a big turd out and you just look at it and you're like, I did that.
Dude, I wanted to start sending you pictures.
I haven't had any good poop since we
I've
agreed
had
to that.
so many, and I'm like, I look at it and I'm like, I don't want to send her that.
I feel like I've had diarrhea for a month straight. So I was just like, I don't want to subject her to that.
I'm not proud of this shit.
Except one time I did have diarrhea, and it was like a child's dribble castle at the beach.
Oh my God.
I pictured that.
It was literally, and I was like, wow, I could have started moving my...
It's like kinetic sand.
Yeah, I started moving my butt around, and then all of a sudden it's like a full castle. And I'm like, look what I made.
Wait, there's somebody out there who does that but makes art.
Yeah.
There's somebody out there.
What if I just made myself have diarrhea and sold my dribble castle shits on OnlyFans?
Vomit. I'm pretty sure like you can't put hazardous. How do people mail pee?
In a jar?
In a vajar.
It's just a jar shaped like a vagina.
Yeah.
Of a jar.
My vagina
Wait,
jar.
what if we
I'm
invented
literally
those?
crying and I have eyeliner.
Guys, what if we invented
Finish it.
Vagina jars that look like vaginas where you put your weed in and it's smell proof.
Ooh.
And then marketed those.
Or it smells like
it smells like girls'
copper.
pussy.
Yeah, it just smells like copper and nickels. Nothing wrong with the coppery
It
pussy.
smells like a summer's eve wipe.
Wait, we have Summer's Eve. We have a Vagisil option.
Yeah.
My God.
We have like Vicks vapor rub.
We have BV after he came in you.
His and then there's one that's like labeled his hand soap. And it's just when you go in to give yourself a bird bath. Guys, I really think like we just came up with a thing.
Girls bird bath themselves. If you don't know, we go into your bathroom before we hook up. We take some of your hand soap. We bird bath, and some of them put their
Thank
pussy.
you for connecting. I am the virtual assistant for Margaret Smith with the...
Why did that come through so clear?
I think I'm connected via Bluetooth
Oh my God.
to the Roadcaster.
Wait, because I did hear your TikTok go on the other.
I thought I was just hallucinating.
I thought you were holding the mic.
I was like, it's not in my headphones.
I thought I was listening to. I was like, why did I hear that so loudly?
Wait, so we can make prank calls.
We can't.
shit! We can call people.
Let's call someone
somebody
right now.
Should we star 6-7 Dominoes?
Wait, do you have to leave?
What time is it?
I'll give it 15 minutes.
We can. All right, let's prank call Dominoes.
Okay. Domino's.
Wait, I'll get the number and then you star 6-7 it.
Wait, I'm a professional prank caller. They probably have a unknown caller block
really?
for Domino's. Your best chance is calling like a local market Chinese restaurant. I used to spend a lot of time doing prank calls.
What if we called like an esthetician place and we're like, is it okay if we come in with poop on our buttholes? Like, is it okay if there's a little dookie there?
Did you see that TikTok too?
No.
I sent you a TikTok of a lady, like a esthetician or whoever does waxing.
Oh, I did
and
see that.
they see people's shit on their butt cheeks when they lift their ass cheek up to do a wax. There's literal poop on people's butt cheeks still.
You guys don't wipe the baby wipes before you go?
Yeah.
Or take a shower?
I'll get a second pair of underwear. So like right before I go in, I have a fresh clean underwear. I use like a fucking wipe or whatever. I shower before. God.
Just fucking
dirty ass
courtesy.
people. All right, one more. These are tangents.
One more
things.
Okay, I thought it's been so long. I thought that was last episode. Okay.
This is going well.
Things you do on a boat.
Shake some ass, ho.
Cheat on your boyfriend. Just kidding. Cut.
Damn.
Oh, damn. I was hoping we would incriminate ourselves.
I was
Let's
just
say
thinking,
something like,
I thought of just like,
Molly.
literally I was thinking when Tonio came on, he was like, don't
Oh,
trust your
yeah.
girl. So it's not that I'm doing that, but
Oh,
I like
yeah.
making jokes
Yeah.
about toxicity.
Yeah, noted.
I went to Costco's and I feel like I bought stuff that wasn't even that good. And now I have so much of it because I bought it at Costco's. Do you want my sea salt caramels?
Not all of them.
Please take them.
But that was a good decision.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too. That's why I'm talking about Costco.
Okay.
Guess
I
on
ate a
that note-
half-pound
this
hot
is-
dog yesterday.
Oh,
A half-pound.
what am I craving right now?
Another half-pound hot dog? All right, well, guys, that was Stony Baloney. We were clearly very stoned. The hash 10 out of 10,
10
will
out of 10.
do right now.
We will keep these and we're going to use those.
Yeah.
I want to use
I
those to
love
smoke
those.
now.
Hey, wait, I still have the cap.
Yeah, me too.
We can just bring them with us
yeah, everywhere.
everywhere we go.
And just pack it.
Yeah. I'll be taking hits in your mom's pussy.
What?
That's the first time I've ever seen Jamie get stumped like that. She's like, Emily, Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
Cannot compute.
Because usually I say the most fucked up shit. And then I literally was just so confused. I was like, okay. Follow us on Instagram. I don't
Like-
want to have to say it twice. Becky, now go get me a beer.
Listen,
And pull out your phone and get on Instagram. Follow 2 Girls 1 Blunt.
if we don't have 10% of 600,000, I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is.
I can't do math.
Followers on Instagram by tomorrow, you're done.
Becky.
You're done. You get your ass in the kitchen.
You get your ass in the kitchen, Becky, and make me a sandwich. Now go get Big Papa one of those beers. or you're gonna catch these hands.
When Jamie gets going with this voice, you know she's fucked up. She's done. Like, she's done.
You're gonna catch these hands, Rebecca.
It's worse than her Russian voice.
The fuck are you talking about, Emily?
Go back to calling me a Ford F-150. bitch.
Listen, and that's what it feels like to drive Ford F-250.
I've been saying Ford F-150 this whole time.
Well, that's because you got big pussy lips and a big mouth.
Oh, God.
Bye.
That was great. Love you. Follow me on Instagram at The Jamie Lee Show.
That wasn't me, guys. That wasn't me.
That was Jamie.
No. Who's talking? I don't know.
Good night, Moon.
You gotta hold.
Ow. Jesus Christ.
I just ripped
Cracky. It's a wild Jamie.
your whole eyelash out. I thought it was on your.
Oh, no.
I thought it was on your thing. It was all the way down here,
Guys,
I think it was a real one. I felt it pull.
my lash extensions are getting rough, so we gotta go.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Love you.